Did I press it?
I don't know. Turn that off. How did...
What's up, y'all? It's Darius. I'm back at it again with another video. And to be honest, I hate credit cards. I dislike the system that is set up of how we borrow money. Today I'm going to share with you how I went on my journey from having a 300 credit score to now having a 750 plus credit score in just 3 years. So you can win this silly game too. So who started this plastic credit card craze? Anyway, who allowed credit to become such a high and mighty ultimate decision factor that affects whether someone pays more or less for something? I don't know. Before there was the plastic, all right, humans used all kind of stuff to transact with, like shells, metals, spices, items that weren't easy to transport. And so I would have to take, if I had a bunch of money of spices or whatever, I have to spend more money on horses and camels just to move my money. What is that? Okay, anyway, just imagine trying to pay groceries with shells.
That would be 35.67.
Okay, 35.67. I just have my bucket of money here. Just give me a moment. Yeah, 35. Okay, yeah, I think that's about right. All right.
Hey, what is this?
It's money.
Hey, come back here, mister. You can't play with shells.
Well, hey, are you still watching? Don't forget to bop that notification button and hit that like and comment and subscribe button. Don't be greedy and keep my videos to yourself. The YT algorithm only pushes the videos that have engagement with the people. So please help a brother out. Thank you. Now back to the show. According to creditcards.com, Western Union launched the first product of a credit card called Metal Money in 1914. One of the first consumer credit cards. After that, in 1946, a banker named John Biggins launched a card too. 12 years later, American Express, Amex, the famous Amex, right? And now here we are, where the average American in 2020 carried about $5,000 in credit card debt. And that's reported by Experian. I carry zero balances, by the way, because I don't play that. I ain't doing that. So since humans seem to struggle with so much credit card debt, we have personalities like Dave Ramsey. I call him Uncle Dave, who preached to the masses that we should cut up our credit cards and live like no one else so that we can give like no one else. I was one of Dave's toughest soldiers, y'all. And back in 2018, I was listening to his show like every morning on my way to work, to the airport as a ramp agent out in the cold, hot, rain, sleet, snow. Before I would go there, I would listen to his show. I also read his book, Total Money Makeover. It changed my perspective on money, and I was all in, working overtime at work, finding additional ways to earn income to pay off our debts. And I was mad at the system. How could they try and play me like this with student loans and credit cards? Like, I was supposed to know what was going on. That is of the devil. Of the devil. Although his basic personal finance tips are resourceful and simple, when we are talking about credit cards, the Ramsey fanatics separate themselves from reality. And that's what I had to learn by continuing to educate myself. Experience says that lenders will lend to an individual without a credit score, but you better have a long list of documents and be ready to meet the lender's toughest qualifications. Manual underwriting will be used by the lender, which will require you to provide proof that your bills are paid on time, in which a loan officer personally will review these documents. Be prepared to have at least 2 years worth of cell phone bills, rent, or anything that has recurring payments that can prove your case that you are worthy to borrow their money. The borrower is slave to the lender, okay? The lender may even require you to have at least 1 year worth of the mortgage payments in your bank account. That's not including the down payment or the closing costs. A report from Yahoo Finance says that 41% of millennials have only about $15K in savings. Ain't nobody got time or money for that, okay? So Latoya Irby wrote on thebalance.com stating it's a good idea to exist with the credit score, unlike what Dave preaches. So existing with an excellent credit on top of that is even better. People with good credit scores will be offered low interest rates, better chances of loan or credit approvals, negotiating power on interest rates, approvals for increased limits, easier approvals for rentals, better car insurance rates, and you can avoid security deposits from utility companies. I did follow Dave's baby step one, which is save, $1,000 of an emergency fund. And still working on baby step two. As you guys know, we still have student loan debt. But all the other bad debt that we had, car loans, all that kind of stuff, we've paid that off completely. But before even starting the baby steps, Dave says to cut up credit cards first. And then after further educating myself on credit, I said, no, no, no. And with the credit card lit city, okay, I just started signing up for cards. So here's what I did. I was almost 30 with a credit score of 300. No lessons on credit or finances from my family. So leaning on Dave Ramsey and other financial advice I could find, I just started taking these little baby steps. But caution, the internet is a dangerous place to take advice. I ran into plenty of people with a lot of words but saying nothing. When I went in to research their advice, ma'am, sir, that is tax fraud, okay? So just be careful who we take advice from on the internet. But hey, I'm just a young guy sharing my journey on my financial journey, so don't take my word for it on what I'm saying. But there are financial gurus out there who just want you to come out them pockets. So be careful, y'all. Stay woke out here. So what I did was I asked a good friend with financial sense to help me in March of 2018. He ever so graciously added me to one of his 8-year-old credit cards at the time through Capital One as an authorized user. He kept the credit card, and he most likely shredded it, and that's fine. I didn't need that anyway. By being added to his account was reporting as if it were my own to the credit bureaus. And so 6 months later, my score was up 200 plus. So now I'm at about a 500 credit score. I also asked my aunt to add me to one of her credit cards she has had for like 20 years, and that reported only to one, and that was Equifax. So it helped out a little, but not as much as the Capital One card did. So 8 months later, after he added me as an authorized user, Capital One sends me a pre-approval letter, and for their most basic card. I applied, and I was approved. I received a limit of $300, big ballin', okay, in November 2018. I added my wife on that card as an authorized user, and then 5 months later, in April 2019, she received a pre-approval letter, and then boop, she applied and got approved. Let's make it do what it do. I added myself onto her card as an authorized user. So she's on my card, and I'm on her card. So that's 2 cards if you count those, but through one Capital One. So the next card was Discover's Discover It Cashback credit card in June of 2019. They messed up and gave your boy a $4,500 credit limit and 18 months, 0% interest, and also doubled my cash back after the first 12 months. So that was dope. I went and bought a car with that card from a used car dealer. The finesse is real, and invested the cash that I would have used to pay for that car, and then slowly pay down the balance until about tax season, and then just dropped a lump sum on the rest. Paid it off before even the 18 months expired. All right, so my credit score shot up after that, and Discover even increased my limit to 9,800 without even asking. So now I'm in the 600s, and this was what, about 2018, 2019 now at this time. So then I added my wife on that card too. And then in September 2020, she received a pre-approval letter from Discover, and she did the same thing with the same offer, 18 months, 0% interest, double the cash, all that. So stop playing with me. Next up is the U.S. Bank Kroger credit card. In September 2019, I applied, but they denied me for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But anyway, I had my wife apply, and she was approved. So I added myself on that card as an authorized user, and I did not reapply for that card. However, I did apply in that same month for September 2019 for the PayPal card, and I was approved. So that's weird. I was approved for $5,700, and I added my wife to that card as well. She did not apply for the PayPal card, but later in November 2019, I applied for the Amazon card. I was denied. Had my wife apply. She was approved. I don't understand, but whatever. Okay. I might have some problems with U.S. Bank and Chase, right now because why they deny me would approve of her. But anyway, I added myself to that card as well as an authorized user. So we had that one in our list of credit cards. So the credit card limit for the Amazon card started at $1,000, and then it got bumped up to $4,500 once I used it to pay for a car repair. Didn't even have to ask. Next was the Home Depot card. This one's whack. This was the wackest card in our arsenal. January 2020. I use it for my business, for my rescreen business, but that's really about it. They really want you to use this card for like the bigger ticket items, your washers, your dryers, your microwaves, that sort of thing. But I just use it for that. They have not extended the limit. I haven't asked. I don't care. They don't have any like special offers or anything that special perks that come with this card. So as my screen repair operation grows, I will keep using this card just to buy materials. But eventually I do want to work my way into a business card for the business. Wifey is added on this one too. But again, we don't really use that one. The most used cards that we have are Discover, the Amazon, and the U.S. Bank Kroger cards. Discover we use to pay a few bills, and then Amazon's used for mostly Amazon. Kroger's card is used for groceries and gas. So I hope that helped. I hope this video added value and maybe will help you along your journey. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment with any questions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm Darius Allen, and I will catch you on the next one. All right? Peace.